And first, I'd like to introduce you to Provost and Senior Vice President Diane B. Call for welcoming remarks.
Well, good evening and welcome. This is a very special event. We don't get a chance to be in such a nice surrounding with such very special students and your faculty and the staff who've been with you. This is quite a milestone, which is why we're calling it that. Last fall, over 3,300 students enrolled here as first-time, full-time freshmen, and they had the unique experience, of course, of being accepted into Queensborough Community College, but also into very special communities called the Learning Academies, the Freshman Academies. And each of you has been a member of that community: business, health, STEM, liberal arts, education. And I think that I'm forgetting, that's it, right? Yes? Got them all? Of those 3,300 freshmen, our dream was to make sure that you experienced what Queensborough really does best, which is very personalized services, extraordinary faculty. We believe the best faculty in the City University of New York, absolutely, if not the world. And absolutely, and they're here with you tonight. That's quite a tribute to you. And of course, the many staff and the members of the college community who support you in academic tutoring and student support services, and of course, the freshman coordinators. And they were your first contact, I believe, right, at Queensborough. They're here with you tonight as well. Of all those freshmen, our dream was that having had the chance to be in an environment, and the freshman academies are kind of a concept. It's a place where a cohort, a community of students who share different goals, including obviously finishing a degree, really come together. And our dream was that you would finish in 2 years. That is very unusual. Most of the students in the United States take a whole lot longer to graduate. On average, it's 3 years from a community college, and it's 6 years from a senior college. But you are very special and very unique, and we celebrate you tonight. You have actually finished. You are halfway to your degree, and you did that in 1 year, and that is extraordinary. We applaud you, absolutely. We've also wanted you to be with your family and friends tonight because they've been a part of your life. I'm sure they've heard a little bit about Queensborough and some of the many wonderful things and strange things perhaps that go on with your education. So I'm very glad that the families and friends of our freshmen could be with us tonight. The students really speak of you often when we're in smaller groups and they have a chance to talk about what inspired them to go on, and they will often talk about certainly teachers, but most of all their family, who really encouraged them to go into college, do well. And so I'm sure they've told you thank you, but we also want to thank you because the families and friends have given such support, and that's made a difference. And I hope that you'll continue to see them through so that a year from now, right this month, a year from now, we'll be celebrating their graduation. And I think that is extraordinary. For many of our students, it means going on to a bachelor's degree at a senior college. For some of our students, it means going out to the world of work in the health profession or business or technology, and we applaud all of your efforts. So there are a few things we'd like to express to you today. One of them is thank you, the other is congratulations, and another is to say we'd like to honor you with a token of our appreciation and our incredible admiration for you that you stuck through this. Most of our students, as you know, work. All of our students commute, and the commute isn't easy. For those of you who've joined your students here as family and friends, you know that it's not an easy commute. It's 2 buses, it's a train and a bus. If you're lucky, you can get here by car, and if you're even luckier, you get a place to park. So I thank you for joining with us tonight. We really appreciate all of the incredible talents of our students, and you'll see some of the work and you'll meet some of the featured students. All of you are special. We've been honored to have several special featured students representing the academies, and you'll hear from them shortly. Of course, we want to thank our jazz ensemble, led by, in fact, a Queensborough graduate, and his colleagues who are also part of the City University of New York at other colleges, which we love very much, but we love Queensborough better. So thank you, gentlemen. It's wonderful. I'm going to turn this back over to Dean Cuomo. And again, I hope you have a wonderful evening. We get a chance to visit a bit.
Thank you, Dr. Call. We will very shortly hear from some of our students, our honorees, but first I want to introduce some special guests and also some Queensborough students who are a little farther along and even alum. First, I'd like to introduce some of our guests here tonight. Vice President Ellen Hartigan of Student Affairs, Dean Karen Steele of Academic Affairs, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs Arthur Corradetti, Assistant Dean for Academic Affairs Paul Marchese, Dr. Thomas Smith, Chairperson of Speech, Communication, and Theater Arts, Professor Stuart Assard, Chairperson of ECET. I'm going to introduce one more chair in one moment, but first I'd also like to recognize all the freshman coordinators, faculty, leaders who are here this evening. They're named on the back of our program, but if you all could stand up, and thank you, faculty, leaders, and freshman coordinators. They've been here all day on a retreat, and I appreciate all the work that happened this year. I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Paris Svoronos, who's going to introduce two students who have accomplished quite a lot at Queensborough. Dr. Svoronos.
Thank you, Dean Cuomo. I happen to be Paris Svoronos. I am with the chemistry department. Tonight, I have two special kids that we worked with for the last 2 years. So it's their time, so they're going to tell you a little bit about your achievements and what the opportunities for success and development and progress and making your parents' proud is. So here are my kids. First of all is Grace Song, and then is Dani Sangovano.
Hello, my name is Grace. I'm just going to be telling you a little bit about my experience at Queensborough. When I first came to QCC, I heard about all the excellent opportunities that the chemistry department had to offer. So I went ahead, signed up for classes. I met with Dr. Svoronos, and after taking a class, he actually told me about a summer internship. So I applied for the internship, and I got it at DEP, the Department of Environmental Protection. And it was a paid internship, which was good. We got $3,000 for working 8 weeks. There we sampled wastewater samples. It smelled really bad, but it was still a very good experience. We had to test to see if the water was adequate enough to go back and be discharged back into the water so that it wouldn't harm the aquatic life. And through this internship, I was able to gain a lot of experience by presenting at different events such as the Honors Conference here at QCC, and also in Delaware where we had an overnight trip. Everything was paid for, and we had a lot of fun there. And then we also presented for the American Chemical Society at Adelphi. So and we're also actually going to Boston in August, so that should be very exciting for 3 days. Again, paid for. So, and this time we don't have school and chemistry exams to worry about, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But so I mean, my experience at QCC has been by far the best. I mean, I've made so many good friends, bonds. I mean, like, our chemistry class became like a one big family. It's seriously so great. We have barbecues together. We play sports together. QCC has really opened a lot of doors for me. I also got an internship for this summer through the biology department, and it was through a bridge program from Queensborough to Queens College. So I'll be doing research there. Again, it's a paid internship, so I'll have a little money for the summer. But overall, I mean, my experience here was great. I loved it. I made a lot of great friends that I will never lose touch with. And I wish you guys all the best, and good luck to you guys.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Sengo-Banwell. I'm also from the chemistry department. And I'd just like to tell you a little bit about my experience here at QC, as Grace just did. Well, my experience here at QC has been wonderful. It's been very, very wonderful. I never really expected such great opportunities from a community college. When I came here, I came in from Nigeria about a couple years ago, and I really didn't expect to get so much value from a community college, but it's been very, very wonderful. Here at the chemistry department, I've been able to do several research opportunities with the chemistry faculty at the chemistry department, and I also did a research opportunity last year at Brookhaven National Lab, which is a very, very prestigious lab. There, I worked with Dr. Sugi Jang and Dr. Sugi Jang on how to make solar cells out of plastic, which was very, very exciting. And after the internship, which paid me $4,000, I was chosen among 100 students all around the United States to present the work we did there at Oak Ridge National Lab at Tennessee, which was a very great opportunity too. So some of the other things that I actually did here while at QCC was I joined the C-STEP Club, C-STEP program, which also helped me a lot for internship opportunities, and I also presented my work that I did at the chemistry department at the C-STEP conference, where I won first place there. So there's so many things, there's so many great opportunities that we have here at QCC, but we just have to explore and be proactive in everything we do. So I really want to extend my great thanks to every single person that's actually helped me along my way, and I wish everybody here a very, very good and wonderful journey to success in the future. Thank you.
I want to also mention that Grace Song was awarded the Bell Vader Mancott Memorial Award for Chemistry, as well as Danielle Sengo-Banwell, was awarded both the Bell Vader Mancott Memorial Award, the Walter Zozelin Memorial Award for Excellence in General and Organic Chemistry, and was also named 2008-2009 Who's Who in American Junior Colleges. So as well as the other accomplishments they just described, I need to add those to the list. I want to introduce everyone to Kamal Singh, a recent alum on our campus and the lead of our band, The Jazz Experience. Come on up, Kamal.
Good evening, everybody. Firstly, congratulations to everyone who's here, who's completed their first year, and I encourage you strongly to complete your next 2 semesters here, and then do what you will with your degree. I wanted to thank all the faculty and staff that's here that has helped me. Last year, I had left the halls of Queensborough Community College. Before I had left those halls, this school provided me with opportunities to play with world-class musicians that would come to the school to visit, to give master classes and play here. Also, I proudly served in Phi Theta Kappa as vice president for one semester and president for another. Just so you all know, I encourage you to get involved in every kind of activity you can while you're at this campus, because the rewards are tremendous. I also encourage you that when you move forward, that you keep in contact with the friends that you're sitting around with right now, because those friends and yourself will have many great stories to tell. Moving on to a senior school in CUNY, I met all these wonderful gentlemen here and countless others who have just inspired me to go forward and to play more and to do everything that I started here at Queensborough Community College. I'll just introduce the band members from City College. It's Bancroft Sparks Jr. on trumpet. alumnus of Queens College and faculty at York College. That's Yoichi Ozeki, who plays keyboards. Recent graduate of the master's program on bass, Willie Harvey. And City College student, Matteo Ribella. And again, thank you to everyone who helped me along the way, and congratulations to everyone, and I wish you all the most success. Thank you.
I also want to acknowledge that Kamal was a spring 2009's Dean's List student, and I also want to take the moment to invite all students who were on the Dean's List in 2009 to stand. I know most of our Milestone students were here in fall, and we have a few spring 2009 students. Congratulations. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce to you Alex Tarasco, Professor of Nursing and Faculty Coordinator of the Health-Related Sciences Academy. She's going to introduce our first Milestone student.
Hi, good evening. I'm the faculty coordinator of the Health-Related Science Academy, and I am pleased to present Yanni Remkalawan to come up on the stage and say something a little bit about herself. I first met her when I walked into the Health-Related Science Academy office, where Gail Patterson was sitting and talking to her. And I sat in on the conversation, and I was just amazed at the story that she was telling us. And I was really touched by her perseverance and enthusiasm and her love of a future career in nursing. And I sensed a lot of compassion in her speaking, and I was very impressed with her as a young woman, and I thought she was a real example of Queensborough, a community college student who has had struggles in her life and has overcome them and done wonderful work. So here's Rami.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Yagni Remkalawan. I'm representing the Health-Related Science Academy, and my major is nursing, but I was recently switched to liberal arts because there's a lot of nursing majors. And I started college in the fall 2009 semester, and it has been really amazing here at QCC. I got a $1,000 merit scholarship for the nursing program, and I would like to read the essay that I wrote to get that scholarship that I got. I think it's a really nice essay. It goes, in my eyes, there is no option except success. Because my passion of wanting to achieve my career goals keep going every day. Excuse me. I believe the skills I acquired came mostly from high school, where I was forced to juggle advanced placement classes and sports all at the same time. I am a very hardworking, focused, and responsible person. I have been an ARISTA member for students who obtained a 90% average or above of my leadership class in high school and ranked number 6 of my graduating class. And most importantly, I achieved 140 hours of community service by volunteering for my math teacher at the Beach Channel High School, where I graduated. I'm the type of person that likes to get ahead instead of having to catch up. I attribute my academic success to my study skills. My parents have instilled in me a good work ethic, and that is what I live by. Basically, my study skills, passion for school, and my religious upbringing is the reason why I'm the person I am today. These reasons will continue to inspire and aid me throughout the duration of my college education and any rough time. At this point in life, I am confident that nothing is going to stop me from graduating and proceeding on to my dream of becoming a nurse. I decided to pursue a career in nursing when I was tangled in the most horrible situation I have ever experienced. I would never forget the day my father had his first heart attack. I was shocked. I felt a shiver run down my spine, and my body went cold. It was as if I was experiencing the pain that my dad was feeling. I started to pray to God to bring him back, and with the grace of God, my father was with me today. This experience was traumatizing and tragic, and it gave me the inspiration to become a nurse. My sister, who is a certified nursing assistant, has also motivated me to becoming a nurse and to make a difference in the world. I want to be able to save someone's life like the nurse that did to my dad. I feel that my experience will help me become the nurse who will help other families through the difficulties of having a loved one with an illness. I want to achieve my position as a nurse and feel proud when I put on my scrubs and say to myself, I'm going to make my patients happy and provide them with care and comfort. It is because of my confidence and self-determination that I have been able to chase after and pave a path to accomplish my dreams and goals. I am certain that my hard work, education, and responsibility will have the greatest effect on my future successes and assist me in constructing a foundation to pursue a career in nursing. Thank you to all the faculties at Queensborough, especially Ms. Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yagni. Next, I'd like to introduce Professor Shelley Bannon, business professor and faculty coordinator of the Business Academy, and Natalie Rupchand, freshman coordinator of the Business Academy, who will introduce our Business Academy student.
Good afternoon and welcome to each and every one of you. My name is Natalie Rupchand and I'm one of the two freshman coordinators for the Business Academy. It is with great pleasure I stand here to introduce one of our Academy students who is also Natalie Zorillo. But I have to share with you a brief story. When I first met Natalie, actually I met her with her dad. And I said to myself, I'm never going to get rid of this man. He's always going to be in my office. Because he was the one asking all the questions. Because Natalie was very shy. After one semester passed, Natalie came by and I saw her and I said, Natalie, how is your dad? And she said, oh, he's fine. I said, so I don't hear from him anymore. She said, well, he's caught up with my two brothers now. He's comfortable with what I have to do. The point in what I'm trying to say is that I know Natalie took a good experience with what we had to offer at the Academy. And I'm very proud to say she's one of 4 QCC students who was offered a New York Needs Youth Fellowship Program scholarship that is going to allow her a fund of $2,500 a year. So it is with great pleasure I asked Natalie to come forward.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I would like to tell you my journey, how I came here. I graduated high school from Cardozo High School, and I was wondering how it was going to turn out attending QCC. It's a whole new life when you attend college. I was very glad I came here. It was a wonderful experience. I'm so happy that they had the Academies because I feel that they helped so much. With the help of Natalie, Anna, and Julie, they helped me to know the resources that I have here at QCC. I've used the Writing Center, I've used the Math Center, the Learning Center. There's so much help for you to succeed and have an opportunity. Also, I would like to say that also with the clubs, If I was in the academy, in the business academy, I wouldn't have known. There were so many clubs here. I'm in the C-Step Club, and I'm in the Business Society Club. Also, I built a relationship with Natalie Ropachan. She wrote me a recommendation letter for the New York Needs You Fellowship Program, in which I received $2,500. It's a 2-year program in which I get paired up with a mentor. I go to each event, and they help me to find a job, how to do resumes, so it helps me in life. Also, I'd like to say that I'm going to stay here to graduate for the 2 years. As she said, I'm a business student. I have a 3.5 average, and I'm very excited that I was chosen to speak for the milestone of my completion of the 30 credits. Thank you.
Thank you, Natalie's. Before I introduce our faculty coordinator for the VAPA Academy, I want to tell you that we have one final milestone student who's presenting, but in the Loja there are presentations from Education Academy students Hia Abdelkader and Aphrodite Karas, and I'd like to thank them for their contributions. And there's also some quotes and information from Stephen Eng, who is from the STEM Academy, as well as additional. Natalie has a presentation. You can see Yogni's speech in our Loja. So please take a moment if you haven't and take a look at all 6 representations from all 6 academies. Betty Chan from Liberal Arts and Bruce Grossman have contributed art and fiction to our display. I'd like to introduce to you Professor Georgia McGill of the Speech Communication and Theater Arts Department and Faculty Coordinator for the Visual and Performing Arts Academy.
Good evening. I'm going to have Gabriel stand here while I brag about him. Gabriel is not only a student who achieved Dean's List as a milestone student, but also was cast in 2 productions this year. He performed in No Child earlier this fall, and then this past spring he co-wrote with his fellow students and performed in Troy Stories from Ancient Foxholes. Gabriel also was participated in the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival and traveled to New Hampshire with us up to festival this past year with the support of our college and our student government. This is an extraordinary young artist, and one of the privileges of teaching at Queensborough is to be able to work with young people as they begin their artistic journey. The monologue that you're going to hear tonight is from Troy, and Gabriel's, both 2 of Gabriel's grandparents are survivors. And he wrote this monologue to honor Primo Levi, who was himself a survivor from Auschwitz. So this monologue is set with Primo's psychiatrist as he talks about his experience in the camps. And please give this young man a rousing round of applause when he's done, because you're going to appreciate him as much as I do.
4 a.m. 4 a.m. Again and again, every single night. It feels like someone is literally grabbing me from my bed. I haven't been sleeping well for weeks now, or months. I mean, I don't even know anymore. That's honestly how twisted I am. I don't even know. I want it all erased, you know, like a clean slate. I remember being in the camps, and winter was just completely brutal. I was laying there, and I wanted to sleep. I mean, I wanted to physically shut my eyes, but I couldn't because my leg was bleeding and it was freezing. And I was shaking. And I'm lying there. And I'm watching the children, and I mean, they're shaking in front of me, and there is nothing I can do, and I'm just watching them one by one stop shaking, moving, breathing. And it is silent for hours. And German voices, and a scream, people being dragged out, nails. I can literally hear their nails as they're being dragged out. And I'm vomiting. Bile, just everywhere. And then I'm asleep, as if I threw up all of my fears. Next thing I know, it is morning, and it's completely and utterly beautiful out. Like one of those crisp, beautiful days. And it's as if God is saying that this is all okay with him or something. I'm working. I'm carrying bodies of children. Shaking last night, cold and hard, and still now. I remember shaking, but this time not because I'm cold, because I'm absolutely burning up. I'm lying on the hospital, on the ground, and I'm just hallucinating. I'm hallucinating things, not people, because there was nobody left. I mean, there were Jews. There were Jews lying there, probably dead for hours, but that was it. And I am praying. It's a nightmare every single night. I mean, I'm not here. I'm not doing this. I'm not in the camps. I'm at school. I'm studying for an exam. Something. But my exam doesn't come. Instead, the Russians come, and they're absolutely cruel. I mean, they raped and they stole in every single town they possibly could. And as they're throwing my body around and talking, I'm starting to realize I'm not free at all. I mean, I went from loss to liberation to loss again in a matter of minutes. And by the time freedom comes, you don't even want freedom. I mean, you don't want to be alive. You can't comprehend the idea of freedom. It's just, it's too surreal. You honestly want to die. I remember finally being able to walk again, and I'm standing there thinking, I don't want freedom. I don't want life, and I sure as hell don't want to dole out rationality or forgiveness, you know? I had to be rational. I mean, I had to carry on. God, growing up in a Jewish household, you want to believe in God. You really, really do. But after all of this, how can you possibly believe in God? I mean, if you existed, if you dare to exist, how could you possibly let any of this happen? I was a man of science. I was a man of nature. I don't know what I believe in anymore. I have no idea. In people, I have no idea. I believe in nature, I believe in facts, and I believe in numbers. I can't bring myself to think like a living, breathing, feeling human being anymore.
Thank you, Gabriel. I'd like to invite Susan Madera, Academic Program Specialist for High Impact Strategies, and Susan Curtis, Director of New Student Enrollment, to confer our certificates and gifts to our Milestone students.
Good evening and congratulations on this wonderful achievement. I'd like to call you up one at a time by name. First is here Abdelkader. Congratulations. Next is Luis Campoverde. Congratulations, Louis. Next is Betty Chan. Okay. Danielle Diarian. Congratulations, Danielle. Stephen Eng. Aphrodite Karras. Congratulations, Aphrodite. Congratulations. Soraya Kasim. Ozal Khan. Stephanie Latchman. Matthew Macauer Brown. Congratulations, Matthew. Congratulations. Paisley Manga. Congratulations. Congratulations, Paisley. Yogni Ramkelawan. Congratulations, Yogni. Gabriel Rivera. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing with us. Malcolm Roberts. Stephanie Salerbox. Congratulations, Stephanie. Natalie Zarilla. Congratulations. And Michael Zabala. Excuse me. Congratulations to all our Milestone achievers.
I'd like to thank everyone very much for coming this evening. Congratulations again to the Milestone students and to their families, without whose support I'm sure that it would not have been possible. Please stay and enjoy the jazz experience with Kamal Singh and his band, and please enjoy some more food, and have a great night. Thank you. Okay.
Tell them to go that way.
I'd also like to invite all the Milestone students to follow our photographer. We're going to have a group milestone shot. Thank you.